guys, welcome to this week's episode of Runway. This week I'm at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic with Dr. Rattan. Hi Dr. Rattan, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you for being on the show and having us here today.
Absolutely, welcome.
So tell us viewers at home a little bit about hyperpigmentation. What actually is it? What actually causes it?
Hyperpigmentation are the dark patches that form on Asian and African skins predominantly.
Yeah.
So they tend to happen from lots of different causes. Say, for example, you get them on the cheeks as you grow older from sun damage. Mm-hmm. You also get them after acne or any type of spots. You get them post eczema or any other form of inflammation on the skin.
And also like hormones as well.
Hormones can contribute as well, absolutely. So you tend to get it during pregnancy, for example.
Is that something called like the pregnancy mask that I hear about?
That's
Some
absolutely
people have
right.
different colorations on their skins and stuff when they get pregnant.
That's absolutely right. Usually with pregnancy mask, it does tend to fade. Mm-hmm. Some people are left with it a couple of years later, and those are the ones who come in to get treatment.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of treatment do you do here?
Well, we basically specialise in hyperpigmentation treatments for skin of colour.
Okay.
So we're a very specialist centre. Now, the way our treatment works, well, let me tell you a little bit about hyperpigmentation and what's actually happening to the skin.
Yeah.
When you get hyperpigmentation, it means that the cells that produce the pigment melanin become hyperactive and they start to produce too much pigment. Mm-hmm. What we do in the clinic is we calm down those hyperactive cells and we bring them back to normal.
Right, okay.
The way it works is first we give the client a cream that prepares the skin. Mm-hmm. They apply that every night for 3 weeks. They stop for a week, then they come in for the treatment. The treatment is a clear gel mask. There's no pain, no redness, no irritation. It's just warm on the skin. Then they go home with it on. They leave it on for 8 hours. Then they wash it off and we give them creams to wear for the next 8 weeks.
Right, okay.
And results are basically seen at the end of those 8 weeks.
So they're only coming for that one time then, and then they obviously have the home maintenance for 8 weeks afterwards.
That's right. One treatment gives about 50% reduction in hyperpigmentation.
Okay.
So a lot of people are very happy with that, and they'll just do one treatment. Other people are looking to get the skin as clear as possible, so they'll tend to go for more than one treatment.
So you can come back if you want to get it even clearer.
Absolutely, yes.
So you're kind of like undoing the work that's already been done with the melanin?
Yes. So those hyperactive melanocytes that become triggered from inflammation and damage, we're calming those down and bringing them back to normal.
So what about those kind of laser treatments that I've heard of that actually gets rid of hyperpigmentation? Is that true? Does it actually work?
Basically what it is, there are a couple of other very common treatments for hyperpigmentation. So there are things like laser, glycolic acid peels and TCA peels. Now all three of those treatments can burn the skin. And in skin of colour, if it burns, it pigments further.
Yes.
So you've got to be so careful with what you put on skin of colour. So that's why we're very different. With our treatment, you physically can't burn, and so you don't get those side effects that you can get with other treatments.
Yeah, because I do actually know somebody who's actually burnt from getting skin removal, like hair removal, laser basically.
Right.
So this will kind of like undo any kind of damage like that.
Exactly.
So what can people do at home then to kind of like minimise any chance of getting hyperpigmentation? I'm assuming kind of SPF and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Basically what it is you want to prevent the damage in the first place. And the most common form of hyperpigmentation happens after sun damage, so UV damage.
Okay.
So really from a very young age, anyone's skin of colour really should be wearing high SPF50.
Yeah.
I think there's a common misconception that SPF should be worn mainly for Caucasian skin. The reasons for wearing SPF 50 for skin of colour is for hyperpigmentation. So in order to protect yourself, you really should be doing that from a young age.
And for premature wrinkling as well.
Absolutely.
I always use SPF 50.
Absolutely.
But most people think SPF even 15 is okay, because sometimes you get that in creams and you think that's enough, but it's actually not.
It's really not. It's very, very minimal coverage.
So what makes your treatment here different to other salons that actually do the treatments?
Well, here we're a very specialist centre, so it's very difficult to compare because generally everything else that's available is for Caucasian skin.
Yeah.
Now, Asian skin, the pigmentation is darker and it's more resistant. In addition, the skin is more sensitive because if it burns, it pigments further. So the treatments that you put on Caucasian skin are really not suitable for skin of colour.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why it's very different.
So you touched on the treatment. Should we take a look and see exactly what you do?
Absolutely.
Fashion.
So now we're in the clinic and Dr. Rattan's about to start the treatment. Well, so what exactly are we going to do with our model Katrina here today?
So Katrina's got some pigmentation post-acne. So we're going to be focusing mainly on those areas. So first thing we're going to do is cleanse the face.
Okay.
Clear off any makeup.
Okay.
Then we're going to degrease the face, so get rid of all the oil. And then we're going to apply a pre-cream, which is basically going to make tiny little fissures in the top layer of skin so that when we put the actual mask on, it penetrates nice and evenly.
Excellent. Should we get started?
We absolutely can. So first we're just going to clear the skin of all makeup.
So what exactly is this treatment called?
Basically a mandelic based peel packed with tyrosinase inhibitors. Now tyrosinase inhibitors are the ingredients that calm down those hyperactive melanocytes. It's hydroquinone free and bleach free, so that's really why it's very different.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've removed all the makeup. Next thing we're going to do is degrease the skin. So degreasing the skin can be a little bit smelly. It smells like nail polish remover. So just breathe through the mouth. Okay, so we just do small circular movements to clear the skin of all oil. There we go. Next thing that we do is apply a little cream.
Okay.
That is just going to make tiny little fissures in the top layer of skin. Katrina, let me know if you feel any tingling and keep your eyes closed for me, please.
So what does the client actually feel throughout the treatment? Is it just a tingling sensation?
That's it. Tingling, and then with the actual mask you feel a little bit of warmth, but there's no uncomfortableness or no pain. You have to be very careful with skin of colour. See, with skin of colour, it burns very quickly. So the classic treatments that cause lots of shedding and cause lots of irritation are likely to lead to burns when it comes to skin of colour. So with this, you don't get that. What we're trying to do is make sure the ingredients penetrate nice and deeply into the skin where the melanocytes live without causing too much inflammation. So with this, you hardly have any downtime, maybe one day if that.
So you don't get all the shedding and all the peeling?
You try not to get too much shedding. A little bit is fine. So it tends to look a little bit like someone's got sunburn maybe, but without any redness or irritation the following day.
Okay.
But that's the maximum type of shedding that you're going to get. How's that feel, Katrina?
Starting to tingle now.
Starting to tingle, lovely. Keep your eyes closed for me. Perfect. We're now going to clear the skin.
So is this similar to like a fruit peel?
Fruit peel, I'll tell you what it is. A peel just basically means an acid that's removing the top layer of skin. Now this is not how this works. It's not about the flaking. It's about getting the ingredients into the skin. So it's very different to any peel, and it's almost difficult to call it a peel because it's more about getting those ingredients deep into the skin rather than getting lots of shedding.
So you're not taking the top layer of the skin off?
No.
You're actually going down into the skin?
Exactly, where the melanocytes live to calm them down.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so I should drop my hand. Next thing we're going to be doing is applying the actual mask.
Okay. So how long would you normally leave this on for?
Between 5 to 8 hours, depending on which country we are doing the treatment in. In warmer countries, it tends to be closer to 5 hours. In the UK or cooler countries, it tends to be close to 8 hours.
Okay.
On the face, that's how long it takes. On the body, so we treat all areas of the body, take between, on average, about 5 hours.
What can the client expect to be in for when they come?
It takes about 30 minutes the procedure in total, so it's quite a quick treatment.
Okay.
It's not that time consuming.
Yeah, it's not too long at all.
Yeah. If they come in once, that's fine. If they do more than one, then they tend to come in after 8 weeks again.
Okay. And I guess you need that 8 weeks for your skin to kind of heal and rejuvenate.
Exactly, that's absolutely right. So as you can see, Katrina's now got a very shiny yellow tinted face.
Yeah.
So this is the actual mask. And I leave this on for 8 hours. So I usually tell my clients in advance they're going to have this mask on. So a lot of them tend to drive in or get cabs back rather than taking the public transport.
Yeah.
Lovely. There we go. Katrina's all done. We leave her in the warmth for a little bit, about 5 minutes, and then she'll be ready to go.
And she'll go home, and then what does she do? What's the aftercare when she gets home?
So at the aftercare, she's washed this off, and then we give her creams to wear for the following 8 weeks. Those creams consist of your moisturiser, because you want to hydrate the skin.
Yeah.
And then we also give you a vitamin cream, which basically causes the shedding to happen. And then we also give another tyrosinase inhibiting cream, which basically calms down those hyperactive melanocytes.
And what if somebody wanted to go on holiday while they're getting this treatment done? Would you advise them not to be going away anywhere in the sun while they're getting the treatment done?
Not really, because actually this treatment likes the heat. So it tends to work better when it's warmer. So the way it works is, what I tend to do is people either prepare their skin while they're on holiday, so they can do that at night time, it's invisible, you can't see it, or they tend to do the peel about 2 weeks before they go on holiday. So either way is absolutely fine, as long as you protect your skin, because your best friend is going to be your sunblock.
Exactly,
You know, it just needs to be, because if you put UV on normal skin, nothing happens. You put UV on already hyperpigmented skin, your melanocytes become even more triggered. So you have to protect the skin really, you know, forever. Everyone should be on something.
We should all be doing that anyway, but I guess you
should.
would take extra care of your skin if you're using the treatment.
If we're using the treatment, but even if you have pigmentation.
Yeah, definitely. So what's the best way for people to get hold of you?
You can contact us. The website is www.thehyperpigmentationclinic.com. We're in a number of different countries, and you can email, book online, or call us.
This treatment has made a massive difference to me, and I would most definitely recommend it.
From the beginning of treatment up until now, 2 months later, I've seen 85 to 90% reduction in my pigmentation, which is more than I could have asked for.
I would definitely recommend this product to anyone. I am very happy with the results.